there was a requirement that Culp Ventures put into escrow the amount of $50,000 with our title company and hold that to completion of the roadway and infrastructure for that subdivision. That, as I understand it, has been complete. Sewer has been put in place and approved. And so I am coming to ask permission for the commissioners to release the $50,000 back to Culp Ventures from their sale proceeds. I would need a joint written instruction from Culp Ventures and from the commissioners to do that.
Any questions from Jimmy or Terry on this?
When you say written instruction, Jeff, so you're preparing something for them to sign if they vote to release it, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Should I send that for your review?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Any questions from the commissioners? All right, thank you. We'll get to work
Thank
on
you.
that. Thanks.
You want to make the motion and then you just present the thing?
Jeff, do you want us to take action today, or do you want to wait until you send it?
Oh, I would love to take action today, and then I would send it for
Okay.
Okay.
So the proper motion would probably be to release the $50,000 in
Correct.
escrow. Okay. I'll make that motion to release the $50,000 in escrow back to Culp Ventures.
Second.
All in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Thank you. All right, the next one is E3 Bridge. This is just a rollover letter. We do work with E3 Bridge LLC. Says, taking into consideration our strong track record and the positive outcomes we have achieved together, we kindly request that you consider rolling over the bid price for the coming year. By maintaining the current price, we can continue to deliver the same level of excellence and build upon the foundation we have established. That's it. Larry would be here today, but he had a doctor's appointment, so he can't be here. So, if there's any questions, here's the letter.
Is this urgent, or can we wait until?
We can probably wait until he explains it.
Why don't we do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we table this till the next meeting, till Larry's here?
Oh, we can. I've talked with these people.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of working with some of these people last summer when they were putting some of these culverts together for us. It was quite a interesting conversation. They're great people, and they have worked very hard to maintain prices, to keep the prices down. So I would make a motion to accept this.
Second.
All in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, Mr. Clinkenbeard, do you want to take it from here?
Sure. Yeah, so last year, as part of our ARPA plan, we Thrive, we put Thrive in charge of our housing plan. Along with the city, we have given $10 million, $5 million from the county, $5 million from the city, to put towards housing initiatives. As many know, we have a housing shortage in the area, and we just wanted to have Thrive come and update us. It's been a few months, and I know that they've already been getting money out in the community, and I wanted to give them a chance to update us all on how things are going with Homes for the Future.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Clinkenbeard, and thank you, Commissioners, for allowing me to come and give you an update today. I have an infographic here on the screens, and then you also have a printed copy as well. So we started this journey a couple years ago when we first started studying and researching housing and the housing needs within our market here in West Central Indiana. Last August, we ended up launching the program and doing our first set of awards, and that started with the Ready Dollars for the Homes for the Future project. And then since then, we have been blessed with $5 million from the city and $5 million from the county to continue that good work. So in total, we started in the last 6 months, we've had 322 housing units awarded in the work that we've been doing. And then on the infographic, you're able, we're going to pull that up in just a second, but you're able to see the different breakdowns in funding and where we've been building at last 6 months here with the first 3 rounds of awards. So in all, Vigo County ARPA dollars, we've awarded $446,222. And with the ARPA City of Terre Haute, we've awarded $854,778 out of that $5 million thus far. You can see the different breakdowns of units on your infographic, where we've done 104 multifamily units, 42 new townhomes, 73 single detached in the city of Terre Haute, and 32 in the county. And then with some of the other ready funding in Clay County, we've done 48 multifamily and 23 single-family detached. So all in all, our region has the migration potential with our market potential analysis of 7,515 families and individuals of all incomes to come into Vigo County over the next 5 years. And we have a 5-year production goal here in Vigo County of somewhere between 3,420 units to 4,570 in units. So we have quite a few housing units to create over the next 5 years here before we get to our next census checkpoint. So if all goes as planned, we should see a rather large bump in our population at the 2030 census. All in total, we have a private sector investment of $74,484,916 in the work that we've been doing over the last 6 months. And we have big plans to easily get over $250 million within the next couple of years of growth and funding here in housing. Any questions on the infographic or the numbers that we're showing over the last 6 months worth of growth?
On the total housing units awarded, how many of those are actually under construction right now?
So since August, we've started and finished mostly with city infill lot housing. That's where folks were able to get the biggest jump start. I think they have 7 units already done with that, and then the rest of these are all scheduled for the spring hit with construction. So we should be looking at a March, if weather is great, for folks to really hit the ground running. I know several of these projects, they've already started land clearing and just kind of doing the grade work, but actual unit construction, I think they're waiting for the spring thaw.
Okay.
What's the timeline, Ryan? So from the start of the application to when they're awarded, how long do they have to build the house?
So if you go back when we were doing Ready, it has a timeline of the end of 25 to have those projects completed. With the ARPA dollars, it's the end of 26. And we're on the pace to have the 10 million combined ARPA dollars to be all allocated by the end of 24. So the end of this year, we hope that we'll see that kind of growth. That way it gives the builders and developers time to get their projects completed by the end of 26.
Anybody else have any questions?
How many of these are out-of-town builders? How many are local? I mean, are you seeing a lot of interest in the program, I guess is what I'm trying to ask there.
We are seeing a lot of interest in the program, mostly from in-town or in-region builders and developers here. We've had quite a bit of just inquiries and interest from external builders that are outside of the West Central Indiana, and we've had a handful of them kind of come and put applications in, which I think 2 have been awarded, if I'm recalling correctly. There might be a third one in there I'm forgetting, but I know 2 for sure. One came out of the Bloomington area and one came out of the Columbus area, but they saw a lot of potential within our market, and there was a good price point where they could build at, where in their areas it's rather expensive to build and develop, and so they saw opportunities here. I'll also, if we could switch, I have a tab open on my computer if you want, or we can switch it however you'd like. But I was going to also kind of walk folks through what the website looks like real quick and just kind of show where the programs are and kind of talk through them if anybody has questions. While we're getting that kind of transferred over, I will say that we've been rather pleased and really appreciate the collaboration between the city and the county on the joint steering committee for these projects. So that's an 11-person committee. We've had really phenomenal attendance, and we've met a few times now since November to really start to set up these programs and start to do the pre-site development work and really walk through creating a long-term housing strategy and vision for our community. And that has just really gone better than we ever could have hoped for. So all the members are really engaged. Commissioner Klinkenbeard, you are on that committee as well, and I really appreciate all the input that you give as a home builder. But I think those meetings are going really, really well, and we're really starting to see some momentum. We have a lot of other projects and exciting news that will start to kind of trickle out over the next several months. One such program is the Hoosier Homes program, and will be that program is now open and will be coming available for Vigo County residents, where it allows first-time and second-time home buyers who have an area who have the total combined or individual area median income of 140% to get up to 4% down payment assistance on their mortgages. So that's a game changer for a lot of folks who are young professionals or young families, are going to be first-time or second-time home buyers, that they can now get this assistance. It's at no cost to the county or the city. This is a national program that we went after, and we'll have a press release coming out with that very, very soon, and then we'll have all the details and how folks can start to participate and work with their local lenders.
That's awesome.
So it looks like we have the website up here on the screens. So when you go to thrivewestcentral.com/housing and you kind of scroll down a little bit on the page, you'll come to the program areas that we have set up. Yep, just right there, perfect. You can see how we have that structured for different audiences when they're coming to the website. Right now, it's really structured for government and then also builders and investors. We'll eventually roll out some information for the general public and first-time home buyers that will direct them to other sources around the community, but that's just not ready yet on the website, or not, those programs aren't ready to launch yet. So the program specifically for Vigo County and the city of Terre Haute is the red program there, and if we select that, yep, go ahead and, yep, perfect. And then scroll down just a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more, and almost there, right there. That'd be perfect. Thank you so much. You can see that we have 4 different builder programs available that work in conjunction with the city and with the county, and that's our professional builder program, and then we have our small builder program. We've also instituted a blight and rehabilitation program for our kind of rehabbers. A lot of our old structures, we have a really large aging housing stock here within the region, and they still have a lot of really great bones and structure there, but you know, they've just kind of been in decline for a long time. So if we can get somebody that comes in and they're really great at rehabbing, they can work with that structure and kind of bring a lot of new life back into it. And it's already an asset here in our community, and we're not starting from scratch. So, and then finally, we have a nonprofit builder program where we're starting to see quite a bit of interest from several of the different nonprofit groups in the region who are looking to do anything from first-time home buyers to recovery housing, to things of that nature, where it's a need within the community, and we're going to help be able to fill that need for that market segment. But you can go through our website. All the information that you need is on there, and then it also has my contact info, as well as Julie Hart, who's our Director of Housing, her contact info, and we encourage everybody to reach out to us, and then we'll sit down with you and really review your application and help you get started so you can be successful. What other questions do you have, and what would you like to know?
Does he have any? I have a
Go
couple
ahead.
more. but
Yeah, go ahead.
So, can you tell us a little bit about the rolling application process that you've kind of switched to?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have now gone from kind of, very specific I guess, RFP processes to now it rolls out every month. So at the 12th of every month is when the application closes. It's rolling all the way through until we exhaust all of the funds. And so that way it's ready for builders and developers to come in at any time they're ready, when they feel like their project's ready to go in for submission. So the 12th of every month, you get it in, it will get reviewed. It's generally about a 3 to 4 week process from start to finish. Once you get in the queue, we review it, make sure your application is checked all the boxes, you have all the complete documents. Then we have a standing scoring committee that's set up on the calendar every month, and then it makes it into that. You come in, you interview, you go through that process, and then afterwards it gets scored. And if your score is in the range we need it to be, then you're ready for award, and it will just continue to go like that on autopilot throughout the rest of the year.
So that kind of helps with people that may get turned away the first time they apply for whatever reason. Maybe they just didn't have their paperwork quite in line or whatever, so they don't have to wait months. They can do
Yes.
it next month.
Absolutely, and then go right back in the next month. And we've seen that. There's been a lot of us. We've seen both this on a large developer, but then also a small developer program. Either way, where they were just missing some of the few key things. They hadn't thought through their project all the way, completely, kind of start to finish. So they just had some gaps in what they were doing, and so we were able to sit back with them, kind of review everything, and then they came right back in the next month, and they were able to be successful. So. It's really our goal is to help everybody be successful. These are federal funds, though, so we do have we do make sure that all the paperwork is in alignment where it needs to be, because it's not a matter of if we get audited down the road, it's just when we get audited. And so we want to make sure we're really good stewards of those funds, and there's no questions or no problems when that happens.
We do have a couple council members here. We also have news media. Would anybody else have any questions that they would like to ask? Welcome to.
Look at that. I'm so thorough.
I think that it's somewhat sophisticated, but a little bit overwhelming. But people in the community ask for something to be done, and we've taken action. Obviously, this is not just a recent thing. This is a building program, and I'm glad to hear that we took somewhat of a leap of faith with it, and it's you're pleased with the success rate. I think we are as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. No, I really am very grateful for you trusting us with this program, and it's been a really fantastic journey up to this point, and we're really looking for a lot more success to come in the year, throughout the year, and even into the next 4 years of really, as we're trying to gain population for the next census. That's going to be a huge game changer, for this community and for our region as we, really start to see a positive trend in population, and that will help with different state funding allocations, and then it will also really grow our tax base, which is something that we've needed to do for a long time. So I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, I think as commissioners, we are trying to be more proactive and not just always answering the next emergency. And what I like about this is that it does address everything from, the whole program, and it's not just a Band-Aid. So I think it's going to set us up really well for the future. Thank you.
I think the key point for me is the 7,515 household migration perspective. Lord knows we need the property taxes for our school corporation. Holistically looking at it from that perspective is a great thing for me personally. But no, this is awesome, and the $74 million of private investment, that's even more incredible. So it's a testament to the council for giving us the funding, and moving forward, this is going to be a big hit, I think. And Ryan knows, because he's going all across the region now, kind of with this program, as other counties are jumping on board to see what Vigo County's doing. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I thank you very much. Vigo County really has been a pioneer, not only in the region, but across the state for this. And we've got, several calls from around the state of just folks hearing about this program, kind of saying, wow, what's going on here? Like, you know, this is a real head turner, and so we should really be proud of the work that we're doing here in Vigo County. And you know, it takes a team, and I think everybody's really really doing their part on this team in Vigo County to really move us into that next phase of growth and development.
Yeah. All right, any other questions? Ryan, do you have anything else?
No, I don't.
Okay. all right.
Thank you so much for your
guys.
time. I really appreciate
coming.
it.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll expect another update before too long.
Yep, we'll be back.
More numbers.
We'll be back shortly with another great update by summer.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, this time we'll do comments from the public. Any comments from the public? Seeing none. Comments from commissioners or other elected officials? Or department heads? Seeing none, we'll stay in a recess until next Tuesday. Thank you.